If you're smoking out of a glass piece and you're not cleaning it every day, what are you doing? Other than being like a nasty little gross stoner, what are you doing? You're not cleaning your piece every day. There's a ton of benefit to keeping your piece clean. I mean, I don't have to tell you the obvious one. Nothing is better than taking a hit off of a fresh piece, right? Whether it's smoke or it's vapor, whatever kind of hit you're using, whatever kind of hit you're doing, if you're using a glass piece and that piece is clean, the hit is so much better. The hit is so much better. Like a dirty piece can actually ruin the sesh for you. The dirty piece is one of those things when people are like, oh, bro, I just took a big old rip and I threw up. I know two things are probably happening. It either wasn't good weed or the piece was really gross. Nobody took a big old hit of the best weed ever off a clean piece and threw up. That never happened. But a dirty piece is actually gross. Like, it takes so little time for mold and bacteria to form in the water. It takes so little time. If you smoked out of a piece yesterday, 24 hours later, you go to pull it off the shelf and take a rip out of it, it probably has mold in it. There's a good chance. Now, there's a lot of people that go weeks and weeks and weeks. If you go a long time without cleaning your piece, hang it up, bro. You got to quit weed. You're bad at it. But it's actually wild to me how easy it is to clean your piece and how uncommon it is among a lot of stoners. There's some people that think you just put water in a bong once and you just keep using it until it breaks. Like, I don't know. It blows my mind when I hear some people's takes on bong water. Like it's this one-time deal. Like, you just put it in, bro, and then you're good to go. Oh, yeah, you replace it every few months like an air filter. No! Cleaning your piece every day will give you better hits, but it also makes the cleaning process so much easier. Like, if you wait weeks and weeks and months to clean your piece, it's a task, bro. That's a job. It's hard to clean. This is why a lot of people don't like cleaning their pieces, because they smoked out of it for months and months and months and months and months, and when they went to clean it, it was so hard to do because it was so disgusting. If you clean it every day, it takes no time. And I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I've talked about this before, but everybody needs a spray bottle, all right? I got this one from CVS. I probably bought a bunch of refills and filled it up so many times. I don't know. I've had this bottle for a while. But I use so little ISO when I spray it. I hear people tell me all the time they run out of ISO. I used to use a ton of ISO when I clean my pieces. I used to dump like 4 to 8 ounces of ISO, and I put like 7 tablespoons of salt in all my pieces and shake them up. Now I just use this spray bottle and I spray inside the piece like 10 times. It's barely like an ounce or so of ISO. And this is only 91%. Obviously, 99% does a better job. But if you clean your piece every day, it takes almost no effort, and you don't even need fancy cleaner. I don't need salt. I just need 91% ISO. Now, a dirtier piece is a lot harder to clean. If you had something sitting for weeks or months, you might need to break out the salt. Also, a lot of the fancy cleaners, I picked up a bunch of random ones to do a video here in the future, but a lot of these come with something in there. This looks like it has like salt or sand or something. There's a solvent, right? The liquid is a solvent meant to break down the resin or reclaim, but then that solid in there is meant to help you scrape the edges. I don't actually know if any of these are good. I haven't tried them yet. I don't need them. Those are all expensive. Those were all like $12. One of them was $17 for the bottle. And this is like $2.50. You get the 16-ounce ones you can refill these with for a few dollars. Like, this is the way to go. Something like this is if you had a piece you haven't cleaned in months and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I get this nasty thing clean? That's what these cleaners are for. You shouldn't be using these on your everyday clean. Unless you just want to throw money away, or I don't know. And you shouldn't go the method of, well, I'm just going to not clean my piece for 2 weeks and then use the expensive cleaner. Because then you're smoking out of a dirty piece for weeks and then you're throwing money away on a cleaner. Get a spray bottle. It doesn't have to be this one, but a spray bottle that you refill with very low cost 91% ISO will help you keep all of your pieces super clean, your bowls super clean, your downstems very clean, your rigs, everything very clean. There is one other thing that I like to use that I recommend. It's like these little nylon brushes that are bendable. I have a lot of these. You can fit these in a lot of pieces or bend them to fit in pieces to brush those hard to reach spots, because sometimes just shaking the ISO, even salt doesn't get that one spot. So bendable brushes can help. And then also, if it's 99% clean, there's one tiny little spot in there, it's basically clean. You don't have to get that last spot off. If you've rinsed it tons of times and you can't get that tiny little spot out, I don't know, don't worry about it. But also, if you have a lot of pieces like me and you want to like use a bunch of different pieces, make sure you clean a piece before you're done with it. I've done this a few times where I use a piece and then I'm done with it, but I let it sit for a while. I let it sit when it's dirty. You don't want a piece to sit for weeks and months when it's dirty, because like I said earlier, it just becomes harder and harder to clean. It gets stains. Those resin spots, those reclaim spots become a lot harder to deal with. Clean your piece every day. And if you have a clean piece, come smoke with me on Twitch, 9 p.m. Eastern. Link your Amazon Prime and give me that Jeff Bezos isopropyl refill money. Have a lit day, my dudes.